There's this feeling we've all had. You've put in hours, studied hard, even felt proud of yourself and your progress, only to find yourself forgetting everything, the words, the grammar, and the phrases. It's almost like your brain plays tricks on you. I've been there too, and trust me when I say that forgetting is part of the process, but it doesn't have to stay that way. I have a video on how to learn vocabulary effectively and not forget it. In that video, I focused more on strategies to make new words stick by using context. But today, I want to dive into what actually happens in our brain that causes us to forget, even though we spend time and effort learning something. So, let's talk about why we forget and how to stop it from happening, how our memory works, and why we forget. Sometimes it feels like you've locked information in, but when you need it the most, it's nowhere to be found. The way our brain works can be divided into two kind of memories, short-term and long-term memory. Short-term memory is exactly what it sounds like. It holds onto information for a short period. Imagine you're studying new vocabulary or practicing your speaking. You think you've got it down because it's fresh in your mind, but days later you struggle to recall it. That's because your brain hasn't transferred that knowledge from short memory to long term memory. And this is the catch. Not everything automatically makes its way into long term memory. The brain decides what's important based on repetition, emotional connection, and relevance. When you learn something new, it's like saving a file on your computer. If you don't save it properly, it's going to disappear. Why things don't stick in long term memory. You might have that feeling where you know the world but can't find the words to express it. Our minds tend to play tricks on us when we think something has transferred to long term memory, but it hasn't. Why does this happen? Well, our brain prioritizes survival and efficiency. If we don't review or use information frequently, the brain decides it's not essential, so use it or lose it. It's almost like cleaning out your closet. The less you wear something, the more likely you are to forget it's even there. It always happened to me. So, when it comes to language, even if you've put in the effort, you need to keep that knowledge alive. For those who don't have time, stick to one thing. Now, I know life gets busy and finding the time to practice a language can feel impossible. If you've learned English but suddenly find yourself forgetting things because you're too busy, let me tell you, it doesn't have to be a full time job. You just need one thing to hold on to, and that one thing will make all the differences. Pick one thing that you enjoy and stick with it, whether it's listening to podcasts, watching an English TV series, or following YouTube channels. That daily habit will keep your language skill fresh. For me, reading short stories has always been a game changer. It's short, manageable, and full of vocabulary and sentence structures that stay with me. I'm planning to create an English stories playlist on my channel. I hope it helps you, so stay tuned. For those who have time, review, review, review. Okay, but what if you do have some time to invest in your language learning? Well, then you have the opportunity to do both learn new things and make sure the old ones don't slip away. The secret here is reviewing. Reviewing isn't just about flipping through flashcards mindlessly, it's about being strategic. After every new lesson, take time to go back and review what you've learned. Once you've gone through a couple of new lessons, schedule a dedicated review week. Personally, I do a 10-day review plan every 2 months. It helps me to refresh everything I've learned in those 2 months so nothing fades away. But why 10 days? It gives me enough time to cover everything without feeling rushed. I break it down into manageable sections so I'm not overwhelmed. And because I track everything I've learned, it's easy to see what needs more attention. And if you're not sure how to create a review plan that works for you, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on it. Duolingo, a quick daily habit. If you're looking for a way to keep things fresh in your brain without a huge time commitment, I highly recommend using it. It's quick, engaging, and because it's gamified, it makes reviewing fun. It offers a variety of practices types from listening to speaking, reading, and even writing. Even if you're busy, just doing a couple of lessons a day will reinforce what you already know and introduce new words in a fun way. Plus, the streak feature is an excellent motivator to keep going. I use it myself when I feel like I don't have enough time, and honestly, it helps me stay connected to the language without feeling overwhelmed. The power of consistency. No matter how busy you are, the secret to not forgetting a language boils down to consistency. If you can build that daily connection with the language, you'll find that your ability to recall vocabulary and grammar will become second nature. It's like watering a plant. Just a little bit of attention each day goes a long way in helping it grow. If you're finding yourself frustrated with forgetting, just remember that it's all part of the process. Our brains are designed to forget things. So, here's my advice: pick one thing, stick with it, keep coming back to what you've learned. And if you're busy, just choose something enjoyable like short stories or podcasts. And if you have more time, build a solid review plan that works for you. And remember, I'm here to help if you need tips or ideas for your learning journey. Let's keep learning together, and I'll see you in the next video.